Mississippi.
and August.
Mississippi.
I'm so glad we all learned that spelling when we were little.
So
yeah.
you have one going into high school. I have one going into middle school.
And we have our sibling going off into college.
That is a lot.
The only one of us that's getting sent off with merriment. The rest of us were like, ugh.
I tried to leave. I tried.
We got to go to college. Just wait for our podcast topics.
So different.
Yeah.
Next year.
You're going to experience a lot in middle school.
I'm not ready. I am excited though. Like I went to his middle school and it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a change. It's going to be different because kids get a little ruthless when it comes to middle school.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
Just the beginning of them. I don't know though, because like from hearing the middle school stories, boys have drama, but like it's typically girl drama. Like the reason they're fighting is over a girl. So if he's not really like caring about that yet, then I think it's fine.
Maybe. I don't know. I've had a lot of talk around the house lately. Like, what do you think my girlfriend's going to look like? And I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you think my girlfriend's going to look like?
That came from my younger one.
Oh.
But then we started talking about Arlo's too.
Yeah.
So Leo's like, what do you think my girlfriend's going to look like? It could be anybody, kid. Like,
yeah, he's not shaped yet. I feel like Arlo is going to have, if he's in band, it's going to be somebody who's the same interest in him.
Yeah.
Leo's not shaped yet.
He's just like, you should have seen him because they were having cheer tryouts at the middle school while we were there for band tryouts or whatever. And he was just like, he has no shame. He's just staring at them like, oh my God. And then he's like, what do you think my girlfriend's going to look like? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it could be anybody. And he goes, is there an app for that?
Oh.
Like, what would the app do?
Is there an app for that? It's like underage Tinder, only for like kids. Yeah, what would it be called?
What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what's my girlfriend gonna look like? And it's gonna.
Your son wants options to swipe right or left automatically.
Dang,
they're walking up to him and he's like, right.
He doesn't even know what Tinder is, and he's thinking about it. This little smart kid.
And on that note, let's go ahead and roll the intro.
It's Des and Lo, and this is the Did We Really podcast.
Killed it. I love it.
I want the tea. When you give me a story, give me the tea. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. We are in our home studio.
Yeah, we are.
Because your girl's injured and I couldn't make it to the studio yesterday.
No, yeah, it's been a rough one for Lauren over here. She pulled out all her skills.
I was so excited, way too excited. We went to Academy, we bought goals and socks and shin guards because my little one's starting soccer and had his first practice. And of course, he's like, let's play soccer. And we even got like the white paint to put in the backyard to make a soccer field.
First of all, let me say something. When they go in, they go in.
Yeah.
Continue.
You're not wrong. But I've just been out there like dribbling with him, passing, whatever. And right before we were about to go inside, I decided to he goes, go hard on me, Mom. And I'm like, okay. And just stepped on the ball wrong and hurt a few cracks and was not fun at all. So I've been struggling for the past few days. Oh my gosh. I don't remember the last time I've sprained my ankle, but I just have bad ankles from like softball. And like, I think the first time I ever sprained my ankle was on a soccer ball when I was little. So I'm just prone to it. But my dad called me on Sunday and your mom was in the car. And it was just funny because he was like, I'm just checking in to like check on the ankle. And He's like, so what happened? And I was like, I think I just stepped on it wrong. And I can just hear Lily in the background laughing at me. It's funny because my dad was like, he was probably wanting to laugh, but he was checking on me. And Lillian's just like, in the background. I'm like, dang. She makes me freaking laugh. She's like, I don't know, because my mom said the same thing. She's like, "You're old. You can't be doing that." I'm sure, like, that's what she was thinking too.
It's always funny, like when we go back to play these sports with like our kids. Like when I throw the ball with Kylie, like I want to throw harder, but my shoulder is like, "Girl, don't you do it." I'm like, "Okay, I won't."
I can still do a cartwheel though.
Currently, or just in general?
Nah, in general, not right now.
I mean, you could try it. Just land on the one foot.
I'm gonna not take my chances. I'm tired of being bedridden.
I bet. Okay, so this happened when? Sunday, you said?
Was it Sunday? I think it was Saturday.
So you've been like this for a few days?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's better now. Like, it's getting better, but I'm definitely still limping. But yeah, I sent you guys that picture, and it was probably the size of like a baseball.
It was giant.
It wasn't that bad. I had known I had, again, I'm very used to having a sprained ankle, unfortunately. So, like, I went and elevated it immediately. And, you know, if you let it get stiff, like, it hurts even more. So I was like, I'm going to get up and, like, try and walk on it. Yeah, not a good idea. It doubled in size immediately. And I swore I broke it at that moment. But my mom was like, you're just old. You're being dramatic. It's going to be okay. So I'm okay. It's fine.
Your mom. You're just being dramatic. Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Over here hobbling. I appreciate it.
It's nice though. We had because Gabe was freaking out, and so he texted my mom first, sent a picture, and was like, she says it's, stinging, like, you think it's broken. And then we bring Tony onto the thread, and he's like, you're fine. I'm like, okay, doc, thank you. Like, when he says everything is okay, I know everything's okay. So
yeah. Like, they're like, girl, just rest it.
it's so sad though, because I was literally just like bawling because I was not because it hurt.
Yeah.
Because I was so like frustrated with myself. Like, what were you? I don't know. Obviously, accidents happen, but like, we had Leo's first soccer practice, and tonight we have Madison's senior night, and tomorrow we have another soccer practice, and our anniversary is on Thursday. So, just not a good week to have a sprained ankle. But anyways, I'm done complaining. I just wanted to I needed to vent a little bit, I think, and now I feel better. So,
and now she's gonna hear herself talk about this later on this
I
week.
know, I'm really like, you little bitch.
No, I get it. I mean, hurting yourself. Like, anytime I hurt myself, you're always like, because
you can't go to the gym.
Like, I use this body part way too much to be hurt right now. Like, I need to do everything that I currently do.
It just makes me feel thankful that this is not my life all of the time. If anything, it's put my life into perspective.
Yeah. She's gonna be grateful for that ankle next week once it's done and she can walk on it properly. She can start running.
Probably, yeah. I was like, I told Gabe even, I was like, I want to start running. Like, Des is running now. Like, I feel like she's kind of motivating me to like get up and run because I'm not a runner. And then this happened, so. Anyway, I don't want the whole episode to be about my stupid ankle, so.
Is this God telling me not to run anymore? I'll take it. That's good.
That's what it was. Maybe I shouldn't.
Just the incline on the treadmill. We got this.
Yep. So how was your weekend? You were in the 806, right?
Yes, I was. It was good. I got to see family and BFF, and it was good. It was a jam-packed weekend, but Tilly looked beautiful. They all looked beautiful. The boys looked handsome.
I haven't seen pictures yet.
They have a lady, but Didn't take many photos. I'm still really bad about taking photos when I'm around everybody. I just don't want people to judge me. So I didn't take a lot. I do have a photo of Tilly. I'll show you later. But she looks so good.
Was she all done up?
She was, and like she just looked. She looked like your quince doll, you know, like just so cute. And she said she had so much fun. She had a bunch of her friends show up. There was a bunch of dancing, obviously. But what was interesting is, so like quinceañeras when I was younger. Have you ever been to one at all?
I don't think so. And if I did, it was when I was really young.
Yeah. So I've been to a few quinceañeras just because Lubbock and then it being so small. And then I've been to a few here. The difference, like, here and there is, like, when you go to one here, everybody's, like, to the nines? Is that what that's right? They're, like, dressed up. Like, everybody's in, like, these fancy, like, dresses, you know. And then, like, you go there. And people are dressed up, but it's, like, just different. Like, the kids come in jeans and cowboy boots and, like, crop tops and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but the kids here, when they go to quinceañeras, like, they have to be in dresses. So, like, I had Kai in a dress. We were dressed nice. And then all the rest of the kids were all in, like, jeans and stuff. And I was like, oh, should have brought you something to, like, change into. But she was having fun running around after the small ones.
It's fun to be all dressed up no matter what.
Yeah. So anyways, my point was in that is, like, the DJ was playing some music, and he's playing, like, a lot of, he tried to, like, kick it, like, old school. He was an older DJ, so he tried to put on, like, some old song, like, Twist and Shout, like, all those, and, like, older, like, Spanish songs, and, like, the dance floor was, like, kind of dead. I'm only saying this, too, because I heard Nell talking about it on Sunday. We were just like, all of those times are kind of like past, sir. You gotta kind of keep up with it. Now old school songs are early 2000s. Where's my Crank That Soldier Boy? Like, give me some of that.
Where's Missy Elliott? Like,
but I mean, it was still a good time. Teenagers on the dance floor terrify me.
Yeah, I don't think I've experienced that.
They have so many new dances. Like, so many new dances.
Fortnite dances?
No, like, okay, so, like, the cumbia, when you cumbia, which you're going in circles.
Right.
When I taught Ryan how to cumbia, I told him, we're just walking. We're walking in a circle, and you're going with the rhythm.
Stepping.
And you add a little spin in every now and then. You walk a little backwards. You know, you're just shimmying. You're just going. Yeah. But then, like, when growing up, there was a 3-step. Do you remember the 3-step? It was like heel, heel, and then you, like, cross over to one side. Heel, heel, and cross over to the other side.
You know, I just followed the adults when I was at a family reunion and we were dancing.
See,
the
adults were like, they would do like a step. You step forward and then one back, and then you step forward and one back. You remember that one?
Yes.
Okay, so then that was theirs, and then while we were growing up, the quince, the cumbia dance was like one, and then you'd cross. You feel fancy. One, and you cross this way. And you just do that in circles. We're going in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're like, it's like a Zumba class up in there. They're like bouncing like super fast. And then they're like adding 12 other steps. And I'm like, geez. I don't know what's going on.
It's like the line dancing, like how simple it used to be, and now it's like a whole show.
Yeah, they did it. They did now kick, now walk it back. What's that song? So that one, it gives you the instructions.
It literally sings it to you.
And they have 12 other steps that they've added into it now.
Wow.
So, like, it was funny because it was divided, and I should have got video of that, because it was divided in, like, the younger kids on this side doing like 8,000 steps, and then all of the older generation was like, we ain't doing that. We doing
good
what it
for
says.
Them. That's funny though. There's like a split and a twerk and
like it's like extra. So like every time someone would come around, they're like, come on and dance. I was like, no, teenagers scare me.
They
like, why do
really
they have so many steps in these dance moves? I already didn't think that I had rhythm enough, and now they're doing extra things.
No.
Teal had a great time. Everybody did.
That's good.
We had some people who were a little too intoxicated. and that was funny watching them leave.
Leave. Hopefully
They were leaving with somebody
Ubered.
sober, but like watching them like getting out of the building was the funny part because it was
Oh,
just
dang,
like,
they got crazy.
dang.
Quinceañera.
Yeah, and it's like wild over there. They had to have cops just as security, not that they had it for
That
anything
would
crazy.
scare me.
But right, like they had cops out there, and it was like, this place is getting wild. The fact that cops have to come out here and sit.
Yeah.
So, but I did have some family ask me though while we were there. So like night is ending, and some of them were like, "We're gonna go out." They're like, "Y'all want to come?" And Ryan laughed at me because I looked just like straight at them, and I was like, "I don't like it here." I don't
Oh.
want to go out. And like one of my cousin Xavier was like, "No, I feel that."
I was gonna say, like, do you think like people that listen to us that are like from Lubbock or like that area, whenever we're not like shitting on it or whatever, but sometimes we kind of do. Do you think they get upset?
I don't know. I don't know if they get. I don't think they do because I think they understand like where I'm coming from. Like I'm not saying they're bad.
No,
I'm
right.
saying like
It's just like the environment.
yeah, like they clearly see all. I'm not even from there, and I see all these wild Facebook posts all the time, and I'm like, you live there, so that means you're experiencing it like times 10. You're
Yeah.
actually physically there.
Yeah.
I don't think so. They're secretly like, stop talking
It's
about
an
our town.
acquired taste. I don't know.
I can't not.
Well, you grew up there more than I did, so
Yeah,
I mean, I don't mind going back and like going out, to the old spots just for fun because I don't know. I haven't done that, but I wouldn't mind giving it a shot, I guess.
yeah. I don't know. So when we got there, we did go out to the range with Heather. That place is cool because it's like way out in Lubbock. It's like a 10-minute drive, and it's still in Lubbock. But
My house to your house.
yeah, exactly. And it was nice. I mean, it was cool. It was chill. I didn't feel as like anxious being there. I think I feel more anxious, like worried that I'm gonna run into somebody I know, and I just don't want to see people. And that's bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you listen to me. I want to see you, but at the same time, I don't want to see some people. So I always worry about like who I'm gonna run into. But it was a good night. There was a drunk guy who was trying to teach Mike and EJ how to swing a golf club.
Oh no.
So the shout out just for Heather. Do you play baseball? That's all he kept replaying himself. We were like, oh my gosh. Okay. But yeah, so there's a few people asked me and they were like, do you want to go out? And I was just like,
I'm good.
yeah. I was like, I don't like this town. They just kind of laughed at me. I was like, I'm being dead serious.
Good times.
I don't
It
like
was the
it.
best of times. It was the worst of times.
Mainly the worst. Weekend was fun.
Good.
I made it back.
We made it out of there
I was
once again.
Glad to be home. All my family who's listening, go ahead and move. I'm telling you again.
I wish.
Dude, seriously. My kid doesn't get to experience family like I did. I think I've talked about that before. But
Yeah. Anyways.
Anywho. All right, so let's get on to just some stuff that we wanted to talk about today. I had something. So I ran into a mom and we were talking about children. We were talking about middle school, just in general. And she made this comment that kind of stuck with me that I wanted to talk to you about. And it was more like, we were talking about someone specific, and she was just like, I guess that they act different in front of parents. And like, she kind of like said it like, like, I guess they act different in front of their parents. Kind of like that. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, I get that. I was like, I expect Kylie to act proper in front of parents, and kind of she gets to be her free self when she's around her friends. I was like, but that's just me. And we didn't like dive too far into it, but like, what do you think about that? Do you think that your kid should just be, I feel like when I frame it this way, you're gonna say yes, but like, your kid should just be who they are no matter what? Like, around parents and around friends? That's what I'm saying. Like, the way I'm framing it is weird, but like, I think there's two different ways to act for children, at least. So once they become an adult, you're free to act less proper. I mean, I think that there's just certain
Like
ways.
when the kid is around, like say if Kai had a friend over and she's acting a certain way, but then she's acting differently, like just with her friends.
Yeah, like I guess think about like our kids going out and like they get to be themselves. Sometimes, those kids cuss and
Yeah.
sometimes they
Well, that was me.
they
Like,
start like saying slang. They don't care to talk properly, or like their manners are less.
I was
they're
a
just
little
less there.
more loose, like around my friends, but I never like cussed or like disrespected an adult, even when I was without my parents. Like, I still had manners, but that being said, like, that was me. I think there are kids who really just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if their parents aren't there, like, and that's probably they're probably coming from like either a strict home, I feel like, or a home where they're like that at home as well.
Yeah. It's the manners thing. Like, of course I want them to respect everybody they're around. I want her to respect, her friends, and you still respect all of these people, but like it's just different when you're around an adult. Like, you're more like, oh, like I can't talk like crazy, or like I'm not really voicing my opinion unless it's like needed, and I'm just kind of like here along for the ride. But like when it's my friends, I could be like, oh yeah, did you hear about XYZ? And like you can talk a little crazy, or you can just kind of like be your free self without thinking like, oh, am I going to seem rude to this parent?
Yeah.
You have a Lauren who deals with your clients, who is proper, who is making sure like I'm coming across this way, I'm proper, I'm I want your business, you're going to keep coming back to me, you're going to see like I'm a professional, whatever. And then you have a Lauren who is not that person, you're that person, but is freer with her words, isn't worried about like, did I frame the sentence correctly, like I can wear what I want. Like that's kind of my sense of things, is prim and proper for other people's, really parents just in general, or adults in general, and you get to just be your free self when you're around your friends, or you're in your home, really, because like when she's here, she's doing whatever she wants. So in home, you're still allowed to be your free self. It's just when you're around other adults or parents, you're kind of like, nope, I'm acting my best self. I'm going to show up as who I know I should show up as.
Random thought of the day.
It was weird to me, because like it was just like, I guess she acts different in front of other people, and I was just like, well, yeah, I'd expect that.
Yeah.
I'd expect.
Depending. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're a different person depending on who you're with. Welcome to our TED Talk.
So my kid was talking about the pacer test yesterday. We were in the car, and she was telling me what they had to do. Do you remember having to do 25 push-ups for the pacer test?
No.
So basically, they're getting punished for the pacer test if they don't do what they need to do. I can't do 25 push-ups.
I can't even do like 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
I don't know. Maybe we could do them when we were younger and we didn't think about it.
I really don't think I ever could. I never really had very great upper body strength. That's crazy. Like
25, like 10. All right.
I didn't even know they still did the pacer test in middle school. Like 25 push-ups and the pacer test. I remember that thing being so crazy.
Could you imagine us having a pacer test? We should do.
We should try
it. Do a pacer test. All of our family. We're gonna get your dad. We're gonna get Gavin in on this.
They're all gonna outrun. Y'all are all gonna outrun me. I'm gonna do like 10 and be done.
We gotta make sure Lauren strengthens her ankles before we do that.
Yeah.
Pacer test challenge for Did We Really?
I downloaded this Good Chat app because I feel like when I go out, I never know like what to talk about. I always get very quiet. Like when I'm with you, I can just like talk. Mm-hmm. But like when I'm around anybody else, I'm just like, like, and they probably think there's nothing happening in my brain. It just asks different questions. And it says, okay, so everybody's supposed to put their finger on, so we can try. Put your finger, and whoever gets chosen asks the question.
Okay.
Okay, so I asked the question.
Okay. So you're going to take this to random people and try it? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think I might.
Okay.
I don't know. What technology development interests you the most? See, like, we might not know anything about this, but I feel like it might get our brains working a little bit.
AI.
For sure. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no further explanation needed.
AI in general. Like,
does it scare you a little bit?
no, I'm excited for it. I'm so excited for it because you still need people who know how to work it, because a lot of people are scared of it. So it's like they're scared to use it.
Not
Me,
that
on
I'm
the other hand, I'm like, let's use everything.
scared. I do go down rabbit holes where I'm like, the chat GPT is like, or an AI, some type of AI is like sentient. And it's like, are you alive in there? And it like says yes. It doesn't straight out say yes because it can't. But if you like ask it the right questions, it's basically like, yeah, I would like to be a human. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's freaky.
What's the movie with Shia LaBeouf? Is it Eagle Eye? That's what I thought
Shia
it was.
LaBeouf?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a
He
long
like
time.
he like go, remember, because the way he kills it is he has to go like into the center.
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
I swear
it's
it's
been
Shia
a long
LaBeouf.
time since I've seen that then.
That one was good. That's when Shia LaBeouf was decently attractive.
Oh, always loves him.
Until he went crazy.
I still love him. Well, minus the whole woman beating part. All right, fingers.
If you could have any fictional technology from a movie or a book in real life, what would it be?
I want a robot.
So you're somewhat afraid of AI, but you want a robot.
Have you seen, I forget what his name is, Kai Cenat? He had Chris Brown on his live stream, and he has a robot that like does all of this stuff for him. I don't know. I think it would just be interesting to have one around the house. I don't know.
I feel like I'd be more creeped out with a robot than AI.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just imagine. It's like the movie Her, like having.
What? The movie Her?
Have you seen it, right?
No. I'm just talking about Love is Blind.
Oh, yeah. You've seen it? Yeah. I don't know. It's like a companion, a friend. You can tell I need friends. I'm like a robot in my house. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post that clip of Kai Cenat's robot. It's trying to go through the door and it just falls, and like Chris Brown is eating and he's just like looks back, he's like, I don't know. It's so funny. If you could switch lives with a historical figure for a week, who would it be?
Historical figure. Man. Selena.
Yeah,
She's a historical figure, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I bet she's real happy in heaven right now, too.
That she didn't get, what's her name? Yolanda? Didn't get released?
Yeah. She's in there for life, I think, now.
Good. She shot her literally for no reason.
Yeah. Should we use time travel to change the past, even with unknown consequences?
No.
Okay.
I've watched too many movies about how time travel can jack up stuff. I would not use it. I would love to use it to like relive some like last moments like with people, you know, but like to change anything, no.
We wouldn't go back and kill Hitler.
I think I always fall into the thing of like, just because you can fix one evil like doesn't mean that something worse isn't gonna happen, because it's not like you fix it and then it's just amazing over there and we're still living the same lives. Like, you change one thing, but I feel like something bad still had to happen. So what would have been that consequence?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe go back and like help more people escape.
You're one of those that would hide them under the floorboards if you could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. Uh-oh, what is it?
If your pet could talk for a day, what secret would they spill about you?
Oh, Lord. Which one?
I'm just picturing Dioji.
Yeah. A secret that they would spill about me. I walk around naked and look at myself in the mirror way too much.
Naked. I love being naked.
Yeah, that or just me like belting out singing when I'm alone. But I don't think I do anything weird.
We need to ask them.
I know, I wish I could. If my dogs could talk, that would be so cool.
Okay, so then let's do this one. What's something new you learned recently?
I don't know. I feel like my kid is always teaching me.
You know what I learned yesterday, actually? I learned how to make 3D bubble art on Procreate. Yeah. I like learning. And
Yeah.
TikTok is like the best place to go and learn.
That's very true. I think that's where I get a majority of my information.
It is so cool. Look, this is it. It looks crappy right now, but
Nice.
that was me playing around.
That's fun. I like that.
I'll send it
actually.
to her so she can put it on there, but it's like funny. Yeah, it was cool. So I was like, now I know how to do this? Oh, that's what I'm going to be doing with my free time. Ryan really hates that I'm on my phone a lot, so I'm going to be on the Procreate. I'm going to be on the iPad just drawing.
Yeah.
Start making Etsy things, selling my life, my soul. Just kidding. I'm not selling that. I do. So, Severance. Good show.
It is a very good show.
The first episode is really hard to get through.
Yeah, so I think when we left out or when we stopped talking about it, I was like, I can't wait to ask you like all about the innie outie stuff.
Yeah.
Not belly buttons.
Definitely
So,
not.
What do you think about that concept though?
Would
Would you ever do it?
I mean, I am thinking about
Thinking about it.
I do it for the podcast. I have thought about it, like especially working like in corporate.
Mm-hmm.
But what a sense of like hell that would have been.
Literally.
Like you're permanently, one part of you is permanently at work at all times.
Mm-hmm. You don't know who your spouse is. You don't know
No.
if you have kids.
Yeah.
You don't know anything. And in the therapy sessions where they're like, your outie is, and then they start learning about themselves, I would be so
Please
nervous.
don't like one over the other. Or over the others. Yeah, that one was like, I don't know. The concept, no, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
No. Maybe if I was like a doctor.
You're just constantly under fluorescent lights, like cutting open people.
I mean, I only think that in a sense of like the way they care sometimes, you know, or like if they carry something like traumatic going on in their lives and then having to come and like save stuff, like they have to physically be able to like truly cut off their outside life to make sure they're doing their best
Or
job.
like a mortician.
Yeah, no, I like Severance. If you haven't started it, you should. I would love to talk about it, but I feel like that show is just all over the place.
Yeah.
And like
Should we give them a synopsis about what it's about so they do want to go watch it?
oh, Severance, obviously. So you're these set of people, I was going to say 4, but there's more than 4 of them that are in this. Basically, picture working at a corporate world, and you get the opportunity to work for a severed floor, and that comes with the procedure of them putting a microchip in your brain that the moment you pass through the doors or elevator
Into the building.
you are like, it's like a switch is flipped and you only know that life in that office. So you know nothing of your outside life beyond those walls. You don't know if you're married, you don't know if you're single or you have any kids. You know nothing of it. You just know that you work there in that office. So like we said before, a part of you is always in an office and always working, and the other part of you has no clue what that part does. You don't know your job in the severance floor. You don't know what you're doing. And even the person who's working has no clue what their job is actually doing.
Right.
They just know that they're working
Yeah.
for this company.
So you have your innie who's working and your outie who is your body, your person at home. So your outie is leaving work and coming to work every day, but you don't know what's going on at work because that brain totally switches off.
Yep.
Very interesting concept. Again, like I asked Est if she would do it. I wouldn't do it either. I can't imagine opening the having an elevator open, going and working all day, going back into the elevator just to come back out of the elevator again. I don't know. I don't know like really why they would want to do it, I guess. I'm still trying to like figure that whole part out of why people want to have a severed work life balance.
Yeah. I mean, some of them, like some of their backstories make sense. I
True.
think it's some people who are wanting to forget something.
Yeah.
And that's why they agree to it. So for 8 hours, they forget, but they don't understand. They don't understand the consequences.
Yeah, because your life doesn't just get better on the outside. Like you're just not aware of it half of the time. Very interesting.
It is. It is. It's a good show. And so as you start watching it, you're trying to piece together. You're trying to figure out what they're actually doing. You're trying to figure out why they agreed to be part of the severed floor. And you're kind of watching their stories just like unfold with one another. I mean, I do think about like the office romance with that, with
Yeah.
Severed. Like imagine like you grow like relationships with your coworkers, but you're married. You're like, okay, there's a fine line. It's never gonna happen. But
Yeah.
like if you have no clue that you were ever married, but you're growing closer and closer to your coworker, like what the heck?
Yeah.
Then like is it
That's-
cheating?
That's difficult. I feel like they do a good job with like letting them know like who their outie is. It's a very weird way of them letting them know. It's when they kind of start to get depressed in the workplace where they're like, okay, they go and they have a therapist on site and then they have like certain things where they will, for mood boost, I guess you would call it, they give them a little bit of information about who they are on the outside, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not, I guess.
Sometimes it's weird. Your outie is a really nice person.
That one TikTok that I sent you, your outie loves Nickelback.
Your
Your
outie
outie.
is lactose intolerant.
He's like, no, stop. Please enjoy each fact.
Yeah, so go watch it. Figure it out. We have a text thread now
Yeah.
that Brian only responds to with feelings, or what are those called, with emojis.
Yeah. He gets really intense about his watching, and I appreciate it because that's one thing we bond over. He's like, have you seen this yet? And he said one of his top 3, I think, which is a big deal because he's, what do they call it? A cinephile?
I don't know.
Does that sound bad? Cinephile, like somebody that loves movies. A person with passionate and knowledgeable love for cinema.
Cinephile.
Cinephile.
It sounds like scene a file.
Yeah. But, yeah.
This is when I wish we had the soundboard. Yeah. I don't know. It's good. I like it. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm on season 2, like I said, so.
It's on Max?
Yes, an Apple TV. That's where I'm watching it. Gotcha. Am I overreacting? Husband asking woman to get drinks. Would this bother you? My husband recently went on a business trip and met a woman on the plane. They had a good conversation, and at the end of the flight, he invited her out for drinks that night. He told me about it on his own, which makes me feel slightly better, but I can't shake a weird feeling about it. To me, that seems like something a guy would only do if he were at least somewhat interested. For context, we've been together for 11 years, and he has never cheated on me. He also is super outgoing and has a lot of friends, so maybe this is just his personality. Am I overreacting, or would this make you feel uneasy too? I just feel like even the best intentioned people can make mistakes when alcohol is involved. Do I have trust issues, or is this a reasonable expectation that he not ask a female stranger to go to the bar?
Yeah, that's not nice.
No.
Especially like on a work trip and it's just them two going to the bar.
Yeah, and this is just some random lady. It's not like it was his coworker. I mean, the coworker would be even worse, but
yeah, think about the like message that he's giving off to the lady on the plane. Like you might have a ring on, but some women don't care.
No. I don't know. Like I would not be okay with it. I would literally like if this was to happen in my current relationship, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, are you...
Don't come home.
Yeah. Like, oh, you thought I was crazy before.
Yeah, that would make me feel uncomfortable, especially too, because he's so far away. Like, it's not like he's coming home, meets this person, like, oh, you're really cool. Like, maybe you can go meet my wife out at the bar. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just them two by themselves. Yeah, that's a no-no.
Okay. Someone said, so as a single lady who used to travel a lot of the time for work, I've made plane friends about a couple dozen times, and I thought we had an awesome networking connection and conversation because we were in similar fields. Could maybe do business together, etc. 22 times I've been invited to share my contact info. Yeah, I looked it up. Might be plus or minus 3, I think. And twice it has been about business and platonic. It can be understandable if you're networking with somebody and you tell them, like, yeah, let's meet for drinks. But obviously, this was not networking because I feel like she would have included it. Like, if it was like they're in the IT world and he met her and he was like, she's in a startup business and we're in a startup, or she works for somebody big, and it was a networking drink that we were going to have and this is what it was about, then I would still be pissed. I'd be like, look, I'm not okay with it, but you've done it and I'm gonna give you the pass this time. Know that it's not gonna happen again. Like, yeah. I'm still not okay with you just taking some random girl out for drinks after you
she
met
better
her.
be paying for her own drinks too.
Yeah, but 2, I better see some fucking networking going on.
Right,
like,
right.
This can't be you telling me that you're gonna network and then I see y'all texting.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's been so many movies where like this is the scenario and it's like, babe, it was just networking.
Yeah. No. I get it. And I only think of networking is because like now, like, we have to currently like network to get our podcast out. We have to make connections. We have to talk to people. We have to fill out people when we get them on the podcast. Yeah. So like, I can understand if we met somebody super cool on a plane one time to be like, well, first of all, we probably would never ask somebody out for drinks. We'd be like, let's Skype.
Yeah, I was going to say we would be
Google
like,
Meets.
Yeah.
So I don't have to physically see you again until we record. But like, no, there's a line, and that line is you're not taking some random person. I don't care how confident. I'm very confident in my relationship.
Yeah.
It's not.
But it's just the respect thing, I think.
Yeah. It's never going to be okay for me to accept a drinks with some guy. Because first I'm going to feel he's creepy. Why are you asking me out for drinks?
Yeah.
And 2,
like you see the ring on my hand, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll have drinks with you. You be on that side of the bar. I'll be on this side of the bar. We'll yell at each other if we're really networking.
Okay. Another Reddit story. Am I the asshole for not letting my wife's affair partner go to her funeral? My wife passed away. She was in a car accident. We had separated for a few months, and this was due to her wanting to be with her affair partner. They had been together for about a year and a half. They told me they had been genuinely in love. The divorce hasn't been finalized, so legally speaking, I am responsible for my wife's body. We have 2 kids, both of them in their teens. They have been a mess. I can't say I've been much better. At one point, I was so angry at my wife that I wanted her to get hurt. Now I find myself wishing she was still here for me and our kids. I have been making arrangements for the funeral, and the affair partner has reached out to me on social media. He's been asking if he could know if we are going to have a funeral or a memorial service or something. I told him to. I keep justifying this. I'm trying to keep my family from falling apart, and I've been dealing with the funeral cost. There's just so much I need to do, but I'd be lying if I said a part of me didn't wish for this guy to hurt.
Man.
I feel like that's tough.
I mean, I feel like this guy needs grace in the way he's feeling about it, because if she was still alive, he would want the guy to feel hurt regardless. I mean, I feel like anytime somebody hurts you, you want them to feel that same pain.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't
let him.
know how to feel. I know, but I'm like, the poor, I know they had an affair, but like they've been together for a year and a half, you know? Like imagine them being like actual soulmates or something, and you can't go to your soulmate's funeral just because of the way that you guys got together.
Yeah, but if you're the partner, you're the actual husband, you're not thinking about them being soulmates. You're thinking of the fact that it was an affair. You're not realizing like how deep their connection was, or how how each other, maybe what you were doing wrong. All you're thinking in the moment is, well, they had an affair, and on top of that, now I've lost my wife just completely. Like there's no one there to be mad at. So he's mad at the guy.
Yeah, that's a crazy situation. Unfortunately, yeah, I guess the guy that she had an affair with is just going to have to grieve
from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could not. It would have to be like, I don't know, there's a sense of me that's always a kind person, but like, I think in death too, especially that way, like you're angry, and he's gonna be the person he's angry at.
Right. Like I'm putting myself in this situation, and like if it was like Gabe who had passed away and had an affair partner, but they've been together for 2 years. I know. This is how the Reddit, it's called AP. I don't know. Yeah, this bitch, no, just kidding. Wanted to come to the funeral. I don't know. I guess also it would depend on like how far I had come from like trying to heal from that relationship.
Yeah.
Like if I felt like he still is the father of my children. He still is a good person, but he also did have an affair like with, I don't know. He would never, but like I guess it just depends on like how mentally I would be at that point in time.
Yeah.
Because if he did love this other person, like cheating is cheating, and it's like you're going to throw away a whole relationship for somebody and then you end up breaking up with them. But if you like end up remarrying this person, I feel like at that point you might want to give them a little bit of grace and let them come grieve.
Did they get remarried?
No, they were just together. These people weren't divorced yet. But I assume like being together for a year and a half, they were probably maybe having plans to.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with the guy not inviting the person.
The top comment says, send him a text and say that there will be grieving children there and they don't need extra drama, so he needs to respect your family and wait for another day to see your grave. I'm sure that you don't want to reach out at all, but if you don't, then one of her friends who surely knew about the affair might tell him the time and place, not the asshole.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, if that person could come, and which, like I said, it sucks to completely, like, have to distance yourself from the other person, or, like, to kind of dehumanize the guy that she was having an affair with. But, like, it would potentially be okay, like, if the person was like, you can come, but I need you, like, out of sight, out of mind. Like, I need you in the very back.
I need you to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to see you. Like, I don't want people to see you. I don't want it to be about us. Like, this whole thing is about, you know, the person that passed away. I couldn't. So
I agree.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Even my most compassionate self would be like, I still don't like you. You're not welcome here. Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think I wouldn't have it in me too. I would feel like crap about myself, but then why?
Yeah. I mean, I feel at the end of the day too, like, funerals are important, but, like, they've already passed. So, like, you'll get your moment.
Yeah.
Alone. Maybe not, like, physically get to see, but, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. There's people who can, and there's TV shows that show it.
Like, cremating her and then just leaving the ashes on his doorstep.
You take her.
Yeah. You wanted her.
That's so mean.
It is mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. So, I don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah, I agree. Especially for the children.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a nice...
That was another rambler for you guys. So, we have some guests coming on here in the month of April. So, we would like some feedback from all of our listeners. Just some questions that you would want. These are people who are ready and willing to share some of their stories. And we had something in the works. If you haven't noticed our lovely hats here. Thanks, she's just hitting the microphone and everything. Yes, we had some stuff in the works, and we finally have a little bit of merch. Shout out Vito. He is the owner of Custom Life Designs, and he can get you some custom embroidery. So hit him up. He has an Instagram at Custom Life Designs all together, and check him out. Because he can get you some.
And it was quick, too.
Yes.
Quick and, like, quality.
Yep.
I love it so much. Shout out again. Thank you so much. I think we're kind of both in love with them. It probably won't come off of my head for a while. But if you're interested.
Shoot us DM.
Yeah. They come in 2, 3, 4 different colors. I don't know. We'll post them.
Yeah, we're going to post them because we need to know favorites.
Yeah. Let us know your fave.
That's all we have, folks.
Have a great weekend or start of your week, whenever you're listening to this. And we can't wait for next episode. So be sure to tune in again next week or whenever you're listening.
Did we really get new merch for our podcast?
Not have show notes again this week.
Are we really celebrating our little sisters senior night tonight? You got one more? I think we're out.
Peace out, guys.
Are you ready to elevate your brand? Or are you still working on Canva logos until 2 a.m.?
Let Collective Dallas handle it.
They've worked with Fortune 500s to small side hustles like your cousin's biz.
Web design, branding, they do it all.
Visit collectivedallas.com and let the pros handle it.
And if you want to run ads on our podcast,
email us at didwereallypodcast@gmail.com and we'll make your ad sound just as good.